We just do a quick recap because I guess we reviewed that entire.
Okay.
Just to cover what was already said.
A recap?
Quick recap because.
Okay, this is a review by the agency here about, it's not a change of use, it's a change of ownership. But since it was vacant for a short time, if you're going to explain to me, it triggered the site plan review, so it's a process that has to come before us. How's that summary? Sure, because yep. And if the agents are ready to make a decision, I'd entertain a motion to approve this.
I'll make a motion, we send it as a matter of local concern.
I'll second that.
Any further discussion? Anyone from the public want to speak on this matter before we vote? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, carried. Moving on, Pam.
All right. The second project, sent to the planning agency, it's a referral, is a project under the Town of Kingsbury Planning Board consideration for site plan approval. The applicant is Charles Campney. The address is 1132 Dix Avenue, and the project is for he's calling it a tow yard, but it is, and we've seen something like this before where you store cars that have been demolished or somehow impounded, and then they get stored. And I made a note to refer to his project description because and that's and you also have some site plan pictures there too. And I did put in the zoning for COM 1A and LDR 25 for reference, even though this is for site plan review, just because they have something. So
Oh, yeah.
I just put it in as reference so you can see where it is and how it relates to the commercial area. It's near the intersection with the shoe and gun shop and yeah, where there used to be right next door was a discount sale. Oh, yeah. So this is like a dirt surface, empty lot right now.
For the record, I want to make note that Charles Campney is a distant cousin of mine. So I don't know what you want me to do. I don't know how many cousins you go back before it's a conflict or less, or it is in a conflict. He's like third cousin.
I would say a role near caution saying just don't involve yourself in the vote, and then since you have enough people for the vote to go through, it's just safer that way.
Fine with me.
I think even though it's a third.
I couldn't pick him out if he.
Right, but I'm saying just yourself from that anyways, just to get rid of any appearance of impropriety, it just makes it easier.
That's why I spoke up. So from advice from council, I am abstaining from this decision. Does the board have any comments or concerns?
I have one more thing to say, and that is that I provided in the packet the emails to Thomaston with questions because the site plan drawing is a sketch plan, and so it doesn't really show where your ingress and egress is, but he answered where it would be, and also what kind of trucks will be turning. Apparently, yeah, the applicant has a flatbed tow truck that they're going to use. So what scale of truck are you going to use out of this lot? So toward the end of the packet, but before the zoning map are the emails.
How are they, so this is in the LDR 25 and the commercial. How are they defining this? Like, there's nothing, it's not, I guess, is this so like if it were in the LDR, the permitted uses are single family dwellings, accessory uses, public recreation facilities, and essential facilities.
And but it's got a commercial overlay.
Yeah, so it's in the commercial overlay. Permitted uses are retail or wholesale, tourist accommodations, personal and professional services, banks, theaters, commercial recreation, commercial storage building. There's no, I mean, it doesn't specifically say something related to automobile tow yards. So that's how are they, what is the use they're categorizing this under?
Yeah, I didn't ask that.
So that should, comment. We'll add that as a comment. Just, I understand we're looking at this for site plan, but maybe that hasn't been considered. It's gotten into planning board as site.
Okay, Sam, go ahead.
I believe there's a used car dealership right next to it.
I think there's a residence
Oh,
on one
there is.
side, and then there's the kind of a warehouse looking building with large garage, so maybe it was garage at one time, but that was the distant warehouse, the V's.
And then there's a used car dealership right,
It's like 2 houses down. I know
houses
exactly-
down.
I know exactly what you're talking
So
about.
I'm wondering if this is in affiliation with that some way, I don't. It's extra story for the years, but I'm gonna do.
Jim,
These tow yards can frequently become very unsightly.
Mhm.
So I'm wondering, is there a plan to build some kind of opaque fence or something around?
I think you said in the notes, it was a fence planned on being built.
So they're gonna put some.
And question, and when this goes before the planning board and there first, before it comes to us, do they approve it, a preliminary approval before they send it to us?
No,
They give us nothing other than what's your comments before they make a decision?
that's right, they're not permitted to make a decision before it comes before planning agency, and if they hold the hearing ahead of time, they're supposed to leave it open.
Okay, so our purpose here is to make recommendations to them, is what you're saying? Either if it's in violation, we say that this is in violation, it's not in violation, but there's unanswered questions, we state what those questions are for them to move forward.
No, it's really, it boils down planning agency to look at intermunicipal impacts only, and the comments are more courtesy comments that they can take or leave, they're not binding, and so, you know, if you do have comments, you don't have to have comments, you know. Only if you feel like it would be useful, you know, for them, or
Yeah.
supportive of their work.
Bob,
Two things, I think the Lady Bird law requires them to build a fence anyway. The Lady Bird Johnson was the one who pushed fences around all the junkyards and things. Secondly, is there a secret process on this?
yes,
Okay,
So they do know offense in their project description. Being said, it's a good note to make sure that it is, you know, the opaque fence, it's not, you know, maybe talk about some screening opportunities. They do say they have no plans to pave the lot.
That's correct, that's what I confirmed.
Mhm.
And they're
Good for the
using
oil.
they're using trays.
keeps the dust down. Well, I guess mine can, oh, I'm sorry, wait.
I respectfully, if you have abstained from this plan, you probably, I just might want to consider being engaged in the conversation if you do feel that there might be something.
In other words, I shouldn't ask
You can,
questions.
it's entirely up to
He
you,
just said I
but
couldn't vote, I didn't know I had to be quiet, but I'll be quiet.
it's
That's
entirely,
hard for me, but I'll be quiet.
sir, it's entirely up to you, but if there was a discussion of impropriety, that being engaged in the conversation is also part of that piece.
Well, I'm purposely not asking questions about the specific, I'm asking questions about our role as the agency.
Then please, by all means.
That's all.
Okay,
No,
please go ahead.
I'm good.
Okay,
Hey, I can get rated. My wife's done it for years.
I just want to make sure we're all safe here.
Thank God it's like somebody quiet hand. Yeah, I see that.
On this occasion.
I'm not sure where I was going, so, so Pamela noted that we have seen something similar to this before, and we discussed like the amount of time cars we could be there and the quantity, so he says 20 cars?
Or was it 20 days?
He said,
Like, so not a month.
he said a month or less. He did say there would be some placing installed on the fence, so it wouldn't be visible from the road.
It's like the green stuff they.
But I would be comfortable making a motion and sending it back as a matter of local concern with notations about reaffirming the fencing, reaffirming the just hands they talk about again relative to potential for absorption into the ground or any kind of environmental impacts there. And then the other thing that you said, that I certainly can't reiterate is
And they do need to get permitting from the DMV. Do they get? I believe we discussed this before. Or is that just repair
storage? If
shop?
they need, yeah, it's a
Okay.
repair shop. They have to be
Okay.
registered by DMV.
So we have a motion on the floor. Do we have a second?
Either 1 month or less. Yeah, I know, I just wanted to make sure. Okay, I see the junk here too. I will second that with that comment that just to ensure that this is either a permitted use or their word this, to review the zoning ordinance for any additional requirements that might be necessary for this use.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? One abstention. Are we ready to move on to our third one?
Third project, sent in for, as a Gmail referral is a project under the Town of Granville Planning Board consideration for site approval. We saw this plan, and this project, in 2024 in May, so kind of a year ago. Applicant is Patrick Kayaza. Address is 9470 New York State Route 22, and this is to add some storage units to an existing storage unit business. You have a smaller snapshot of the site plan at the very end of the packet. I also have two drawn ones. Let's try to refer to them. And the purpose of the review is 500 feet of New York State Route 22A, and it's an ag district.
The description for the three storage units, they give the dimensions. Those are just the dimensions of the building, not the actual units in the building, right?
Correct.
Okay.
And they're drawn really fairly. That's like,
Should it not list the number of units? If it's going, I mean, or you have some comparison or you not necessary? In the application, there's no list of the number of units, is there?
somewhere else in the application. I knew there were three, and then I confirmed it on the site plan.
3 buildings,
Yeah, three unit, new unit building.
right, but not the number of units. I thought lots of times,
Oh, there's currently.
yeah, see, they don't list the number of units.
Is this on the site that says it's owned by Kimberly Bascom?
This has gotta be. Right.
This like small piece right here along the road?
Yes.
Okay.
It's a small piece on the road, 100 feet from the highway.
Yeah, this is a logistical thing again, she's not, as the owner of the property,
These are the-
Yeah,
that person needs, the owner either needs to be the applicant
Yeah.
or they need to sign that.
Plus they're married. I don't. know
But
their
she still
relationship.
need, the owner, the person who's the owner of the property needs to have a,
Probably the least.
what is it, a waiver of representation.
Which
is
another one.
Or pay the sign, the signature on the sign.
Most of it doesn't say what the MPU, but that is,
And if it's all drawn. Same, scale, they look the same, though.
yeah, pretty close.
Yeah.
These are,
They're very
both
close.
are smaller than the current. 30 by 70s. All right, well, thank you.
On this, we talked about potential additional traffic. On to Route 22 there. Two more
We're at
buildings.
three,
3 buildings.
Yep.
Okay,
the map, so 2 of them are in line with the 2 current existing, and then 1 going back of the property or the other way.
Is there going to be, there's no new
Use already
entrances
there.
going into this, is there? They have 2 now?
I think it's an in and an out, yeah.
Based on where you see.
It looks like 2.
It's kind of like a loop.
Yeah. Any road,
Yeah, Bass Road there.
and it doesn't look like there's any hills or dips, so the site shouldn't be a problem.
And the DPW didn't have issue, I believe, last time with the gravel surface.
Right, I did set it.
Yeah, but you said to them. Okay, well, they're not changing the use, it's not a variant.
So what's the pleasure?
I will make a motion that we send it back as a matter of local concern.
I second that.
Motion made and seconded, all in favor, say aye.
I,
Opposed, carried.
The other items of business are, as usual, some APA notices. And there's 5 of them. And the first one is in the town of Dresden. First date, Route 22, Cat End Road, Crutchville Road, 3-lot subdivision of existing residential development, no new land use and development proposed. We saw this is application determined, we saw the application in 2023. Second one is another application determined, town of Putnam, Drake Road, 2-lot subdivision and merger. And the third one is application completed and permit issued for the town of Putnam, Rochelle Way, construction of a single family dwelling. Fourth one is application completed, town of Dresden, New York State Route 22 and head of Lake Champlain, proposed construction of a single family dwelling. And the fifth one is application received, town of Fort Anne, Sunset View Way, variance to replace an existing on-site wastewater treatment system with a new on-site wastewater treatment system for the shoreline. And of course, all of these are open for public comment, which is thanks. And then we have one report of final action, town of Granville Planning Board, is for Corey's Power Sports Repair, the home-based repair shop business that we saw in January. And the local board approved the action for this project, and the date of local action was in February. And oh, I do have a notice of type 1 negative declaration that came in. And that came in March 17th, and it was for it's for the May Street Solar Project. Negative declaration issue.
what is?
Oh, this is whatever.
Oh.
Whatever. Yeah.
Mhm.
Well, that's on the agenda today.
Does, the board have any questions concerning your comment before I adjourn? Nope. Meeting adjourned.